Hello, I'm John McBrearty, and you're about to view a series of videos that came from a well-received podcast I did with Valley Forge Military Academy and College. It's based on this book, Military School, A Foundation for Success. This is the basis of the series of videos and the weapon of choice for this battle of wits. So why Valley Forge, and why me? What makes me the expert who can give you advice from being successful in life? I'll answer that question with the following. Just take a look at some of the alumni that graduated from Valley Forge. J.D. Salinger, author of the best-selling book Catcher of the Rye. General Norman Schwarzkopf, a four-star general who commanded all coalition forces in our victorious war, Desert Storm. H.R. McMaster, a classmate of mine, a retired three-star general who became President Donald J. Trump's national security advisor. He's also a New York Times best-selling author. General Gus Perna, another classmate of mine. He's a retired four-star general who commanded Operation Warp Speed, which was the initial distribution of the coronavirus vaccine. Sergeant Major Brendan O'Connor, another classmate of mine and close friend. He went on to earn the Distinguished Service Cross for heroism in Afghanistan. Brian Wellman, he's also a family member and Valley Forge graduate. He's a highly successful businessman, a banker, and an entrepreneur. Dr. Barry Sandlu, a neuroscientist and Hollywood pioneer with dozens of patents to his credit. That brings us back to me. I'm a retired lieutenant colonel with over 32 years of service that was recognized for excellence by President Barack Obama. I'm a former college professor and a best-selling author. So what do we all have in common? Well, yes, we all went to this prestigious military institution, but more importantly, we took the lessons that we learned at that institution and went out into our professional and personal lives and became successful. We applied what we learned in school to be successful. Here's a few examples of the topics that we're going to discuss. For young people contemplating college or going to school, what college to go to, what major to major into, what field of work should I get into? Can I pay the bills with the field of work? Do I go in the military? Do I go to a vocational school? My favorite topic is choosing a life partner and how it is such a dramatic influence on everything in your life. I touch on these major life decisions that benefit not only youth, but anyone seeking self-improvement. Now, I won't be so foolish to guarantee you success. However, if you follow some of my guidance that I lay out, based on my proven track record, you will succeed. You'll be able to make better informed decisions. Although the audio quality in the upcoming videos is not what I would like, it's based on our podcast. I felt it still could be overlooked because the message that this podcast brings is so powerful. It's a message of hope that, if followed, can open up the possibilities for a prosperous future. I did not know the military was going to be what I wanted to pursue. I first got exposed to the military through the U.S. Naval Sea Cadet Corps. I was only a teenager, about 14 or 15 years old. And my dad asked me, he said, "Hey, do you want to go check this out?" I did. Immediately I clicked. I was in the Sea Cadets for about a year and a half doing correspondence courses, going to monthly drills. Eventually I was qualified to go to boot camp. Boot camp changed my life. It was a 2-week hardcore. We had Senior Chief Boatswain's Mate Bennett, a real Coast Guard senior chief, and he was a drill instructor. We learned a lot, but I got my niche. I found my passion when I went to that boot camp and went through the Sea Cadet training. I ended up graduating, honor graduate, and the rest is kind of history. So I knew I wanted to become a military officer because I wanted to be the guy in charge. But that required a 4-year degree. And my grades in high school and junior high were not commensurate to get into a good 4-year school, so I didn't know what to do. I did my research and I found Valley Forge Military Academy had a 2-year junior college. That was it for me. I went there and worked on my grades, applied myself, worked on my study habits, and they improved. My reading skills improved. I ended up graduating second in my class and a member of Phi Beta Kappa. So I was able to go on to a 4-year school and get a commission, and honestly, the rest is history. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you all watch the whole entire video series, and don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you again real soon. God bless.